Mummies and mummification in ancient Egypt. Introduction. Mummies are human or animal corpses that have been artificially preserved to prevent decay. The ancient Egyptians excelled in the art of mummification, preserving corpses for thousands of years. Mummification was one of the most important discoveries made by the ancient Egyptians, as it helped them preserve their religious beliefs about the afterlife. Religious beliefs. The ancient Egyptians believed in an afterlife, where the soul of the deceased would pass into another realm called the afterworld. They believed that the soul of the deceased must remain intact in order to enter the afterlife. Therefore, they preserved the corpses of the dead through mummification. Stages of mummification. Mummification in ancient Egypt went through many developmental stages, varying from one era to another. In general, the stages of mummification can be divided into the following stages. Removal of internal organs. The first step in mummification was to remove the internal organs from the body, which were placed in special canopic jars. Body dehydration. The next step was to dehydrate the body, which was placed in a solution of natron for 30 to 40 days. Mummification with resins and powders. The third step was to mummify with resins and powders, which were applied to the body to help preserve it. Wrapping in linen. The final step was to wrap the body in linen, which was wrapped around the body in layers of linen. Mummification tools. The ancient Egyptians used a variety of tools in the mummification process, some of the most important of which were knives. Knives were used to remove the internal organs from the body. Scalpels. Scalpels were used to open the corpse and remove the internal organs. Towels. Towels were used to clean the corpse after the internal organs were removed. Salt solution. The salt solution was used to dry the corpse. Resins and powders. Resins and powders were used to preserve the body. Linen. Linen was used to wrap the body. The Mummification Museum is located in Luxor, Egypt, and is dedicated to the art of mummification in ancient Egypt. The museum was opened in 1997 and houses a large collection of artifacts related to mummification. Types of mummies. There were two main types of mummies in ancient Egypt, namely royal mummies. Royal mummies were the best quality mummies, and were given special care by priests. Common mummies. Common mummies were of lower quality than royal mummies, and received less care. Importance of mummies. Mummies play an important role in understanding the ancient Egyptian civilization, as these mummies provide valuable information about the customs and traditions of ancient Egypt. Mummies are also a major tourist attraction, attracting millions of tourists to Egypt each year to see the mummies. Conclusion. Mummification was one of the most important discoveries made by the ancient Egyptians, as it helped them preserve their religious beliefs about the afterlife. Today, mummies play an important role in understanding the ancient Egyptian civilization. Historical significance. Mummification was a complex and time-consuming process that required the skills of a variety of specialists. The Egyptians believed that mummification was essential for the deceased to reach the afterlife, and they invested a great deal of time and effort into the process. Mummification was practiced in Egypt for over 3,000 years, from the early dynastic period, circa 3100 BC, to the end of the Ptolemaic period, 30 BC. During this time, the process of mummification evolved and improved, but the basic principles remained the same. Mummification was one of the most important technological achievements of the ancient Egyptians. It allowed them to preserve the dead and honor their religious beliefs. Thank you for watching. We hope you have a great time.